Hello and welcome to another Windows 7 tutorial. Today we're going to be covering tips and tricks. So the first thing I want to show you guys is how to create a search function for a link to the internet on your search programs and files function in the start menu. So for example, if I were to just search, let's just say ektatech, this will actually only bring up anything that's actually currently on my computer. So this is a picture icon that I have, and this is actually currently just a shortcut that I have on my favorites folder on my internet webpage. But let's say I want to actually search it in detail and go straight to my default search provider. In this case, it will either be Bing or Google, depending on whichever ones that you've chosen, or Yahoo, for example. So let's just type in gpedit.msc. Now this is a group policy editor, and this will show you different features that you can actually change and edit. So what we want to do is we want to go to user configuration, so that's under this part here. We want to go to administrative templates, and we want to navigate to start menu and taskbar. So the actual first option here is the one that we want. We want to add a search internet link to start menu. So what you want to do is right click on that, go to edit and click enable. And if you just hit the apply and OK, you'll actually notice if I search the function again, it will actually come up with a search the internet button here. So if I click on that, it will automatically go into my Windows Explorer, and it will check Internet Explorer, and it will check according to my default search provider, which is currently Bing, that whatever I've just searched, pretty much. So as you can see, the first option is pretty much our blog. Okay, so let's say I actually wanted to zoom into a certain part of anything on my desktop. So let's say I'm hard of sight and I can't see very well, or it's really small font on a specific website, and it's really difficult to read. And just for illustration purposes, I'll just show you something on our own website. So if I hold down the Windows button and I click on the plus or the minus button, you'll actually notice that it brings up a magnifier. Now the magnifier can actually, obviously it magnifies it into there. So if I wanted to go even further, I just hold down the start and the plus again, plus, and it'll just keep on going until it hits that maximum. And I'll just get out of that for a minute, it's a bit too close. And wherever your mouse moves, it will automatically move. So it's a really easy way of either showing somebody from a distance if they're standing quite far back and they want to see the web page, but they can't because they can't get close enough to see it. Then you can obviously just zoom into the page, and it's visible to everybody. It's good, especially for things like presentations. This is quite a useful tool. Now there's actually multiple different features that this magnifying actually has. You can actually, if you click on views, you can bring up a lens type view. So this is basically like as if you had a magnifying lens. So if you like reading a book with a magnifying glass, it will give you the same type of effect. So if I hold down the Windows key plus again, it will only actually bring up and magnify the part of the lens, to make sense. So as I move the lens, it will actually bring that part up and make it easier to read. Okay, so if I want to change that again, there is another way of doing it, which you can actually bring up docked version. So there's a docked version where it will actually just bring up a specific little box, which is very similar to magnifying glass, except the docked version can actually be docked to, let's say, the top of your screen, so you can actually just view it as you're viewing the page, rather than having like a magnifying glass going across the page, etc. So it kind of keeps like a clean look to it. And if we want to close this, you just click the close button and it will close everything down. Okay, the next thing I want to show you is the problem steps recorder, or the PSR. Now this is a great utility that can be used by any person who's trying to diagnose your problem. So if you're sending it on a forum or something, or if you're sending it to Microsoft to diagnose a problem that you might be having with the system, it shows them exactly what type of error messages are brought up on your screen. It shows them where you're clicking, what you're doing at a specific time. So to get this feature, you want to click on Start and just type in PSR. PSR. Now, say I have a problem with my Windows Media Player. So if I click Start, and I will go to Start button, and as you can see, it shows that little red blob, and that will actually indicate that it's actually recording something. So you're going to go to Start, and then you're going to go to Windows Media Player. So now it brings up Windows Media Player, and let's say I had a problem. So let's say I'm telling this person that I'm actually going to the library, I'm trying to find my recorded TV, but nothing's coming up. So now then, or if an error message came up, then it would actually record that. So basically every click that you do, it records that. So then what you can do is once you finish recording, once you believe that you have enough data for them to use or for them to understand your problem, you can actually click stop record, and it will bring up a save file that you want to save as a zip file. So just to say save it to a desktop. And as you can see, it saves it as a zip file. So we just double click on that, and the file inside brings up a detailed report of exactly what you did on that system at that specific time. So as you can see, I clicked on the start menu, then I went to all programs, and then I clicked on Windows Media Player, and in Windows Media Player I clicked on library, and then I tried to go to my recorded TV, and just for practical sake we'll just say I brought up a error message. That error message can be viewed now, read and understood by the person who's trying to diagnose your problem. So it's a really great way, and it also breaks it down in a worded fashion, so it tells you exactly what happened, what they were doing, what was used at that specific time, which is a great feature. So it's a really, really useful feature, really great addition to Windows 7 as well. Okay, so thank you very much for viewing our tutorial. We hope this helped you with any of the issues that you might be having with the system. Don't forget to check out our website at ektatech.co.uk/blog for more information on the products that we sell. And also, if you hit the subscribe button below, we'll have plenty more videos coming up in the future. And if you actually have any requests for any videos or tutorials that maybe we haven't covered, or you would like us to cover, then please just leave a comment below. Okay, so thank you very much, and until next time, goodbye.